For years, before we launched our nomad journey, we have heard people talk about Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's a must-stop for digital nomads, slow-traveling retirees, and backpackers alike. Everyone all said the same thing. Life in Chiang Mai is so easy. After spending a month in Chiang Mai, we started wondering something different. Not whether we liked visiting, not whether it was affordable, but whether we could actually live here. So today we're going to share what daily life really feels like when you're not rushing from tourist attraction to tourist attraction. And by the end, we'll tell you whether this is somewhere we could see ourselves living long term. One of the first things we noticed was how calm the mornings feel. Even though Chiang Mai is one of Thailand's most popular cities, it doesn't feel chaotic. At least not compared to some other places we visited in Asia. There are no packed subway stations, no rush hour crowds pushing past you, no feeling that everyone is racing somewhere. Instead, the city seems to wake up gradually. And honestly, we found ourselves slowing down too. Most mornings, we would eat a simple breakfast of cereal and oatmeal with coffee in our condo. Then Jim and I will work on our own projects for a few hours before heading out to a local spot for lunch. Riven Cafe was one of our go-to places for a quick, delicious lunch of khao soi and stir fry. The family that owns the cafe is so friendly. The gentleman who greets us often has a Superman apron on, and we joke with him about it every time we see him. He says that he is the Superman in his restaurant domain. And the lady who cooks the food is always so happy to see customers. She always has a big smile on her face whenever we go in. One of the things Jim and I prioritize is fitness. Jim found a little place called O2 Gym down the road, and he would walk over there in the afternoon for his daily workouts. I chose the condo gym next to the pool. It's not huge, but sufficient for what I needed. One thing we noticed about Chiang Mai is that it's very easy to create routines. And that is important. Because routine is what turns a destination into a place you can actually live. We've seen other retired YouTubers like Brian Carey, as well as Judy and Kevin from Finding Gina Marais, talk about the health checkup they got in Chiang Mai. So we decided to test it out for ourselves while we were here. Because let's be honest, if you're thinking about living somewhere long term, healthcare matters a lot. So soon after we arrived in Chiang Mai, we got a full medical checkup at the Chiang Mai Ram Checkup Center. Now, the experience was truly amazing. We showed up a little before noon, thinking that we would beat the morning crowd. But little that we know, they recommend you to show up early in the morning so you can get all the tests done in one day. However, even with our late arrival, they still took us in and got us through most of the tests, with the exception of a couple of things that we had to do the next day. Everything was so organized, efficient, professional, and the process felt remarkably easy. We even got a snack halfway through our exams. What stood out wasn't just the appointment. It was how accessible healthcare feels as part of everyday life. Pharmacies are everywhere. Hospitals are easy to find. And healthcare doesn't feel like something you avoid until absolutely necessary. It feels integrated into daily life. For us, that was one of the biggest signs that Chiang Mai is more than just a nice place to visit. Something else that surprised us was how productive we felt here. We hear a lot about digital nomads in Chiang Mai, and we started to understand why. The city has a rhythm that's hard to explain. It's relaxed, but not sleepy. Peaceful, but not boring. We found ourselves getting more done. working out videos, planning future travels, researching upcoming destinations, and somehow it felt easier to focus here. Maybe it's the slower pace. Maybe it's the environment. Maybe it's simply fewer distractions. Whatever the reason, Chiang Mai feels like a place where you can enjoy life without sacrificing productivity. And that's a combination that's harder to find than you might think. Of course, productivity alone isn't enough. You also have to enjoy everyday life. And this might be where Chiang Mai shines the most, because you don't need a big plan every day. Some of our favorite moments were incredibly simple. Walking through local markets or shopping malls, stopping for coffee or grab a bite to eat in the mall food court, exploring quiet streets, finding our favorite soy sauce in the cutest mini bottles at our local Big C market. There always seemed to be something happening, but never in a way that felt overwhelming. That's a balance Chiang Mai seems to get right. There's enough to do, but there's no pressure to do it all. Visits to night markets, attending a Muay Thai fight, trying delicious foods in the Jingjai market, and having a cold beer while chatting with our favorite Japanese restaurant owner have all become a part of our daily life here in Chiang Mai. Now, Chiang Mai isn't perfect. No place is. And if you're considering spending more time here, there are a few things worth mentioning. The weather can be hot. Traffic can be frustrating. And depending on the time of the year, air quality can become a concern. Those are real considerations. And they're important enough that anyone thinking about moving here should research them carefully. Because every destination has trade-offs, Chiang Mai included. So after spending time here, could we live in Chiang Mai? The answer is surprisingly simple. Yes, we could. Not because it's perfect, not because it's the cheapest place, not because it's the most exciting city we've ever visited, but because daily life feels manageable, comfortable, enjoyable, productive. And that's ultimately what living somewhere is all about. It's not the big moments, it's the ordinary days. And Chiang Mai seems unusually good at making those ordinary days feel pretty great. Well, that's our experience. If you've spent time in Chiang Mai, we'd love to hear what daily life felt like for you. And if you're considering visiting or living here, let us know what questions you still have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.